especially if you're looking to do it in a business aspect, not just, one or maybe two cars. If you're looking to do a real legitimate business, I do not suggest you take that route. Why? Because when you have all that debt under your name, it makes things very hard to get even other financing to want to buy a house later down the line, because you have a ton of debt under your name with income that won't match. Because if you put all that income on your taxes, the amount of taxes you will have to pay is ridiculous. But if you're having all that debt under your name, you're going to want to make sure that your income is way surpassed that. So this is why you do not want to put all them cars under your personal name. It makes things completely hard. And another reason what it is, it's your boy Carlton with another video for anything, everything, where I talk about anything I want and everything that comes to my mind. All right, let's get straight into it. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the best way to get your cars if you're looking to start a car rental business. This is a business everyone is interested in, and honestly, I would say when it comes to doing car rentals, information is just as important as money. If you know how to do things the right way, not only will you save out on a lot of money, but you'll be able to make the most amount of money. And lucky for me, I went through all of these things. I did a ton of mistakes when I was doing car rentals myself, and yeah, I took my L's. Now if you guys are just starting out, or if you're looking to get into car rentals, learn from my mistakes. Okay, all right, so now when it comes to getting cars with doing car rentals, a lot of people opt in to just financing cars under their name. Now especially if you're looking to do it in a business aspect, not just one or maybe two cars. If you're looking to do a real legitimate business, I do not suggest you take that route. Why? Because when you have all that debt under your name, it makes things very hard to get even other financing to want to buy a house later down the line, because you have a ton of debt under your name with income that won't match. Because with car rentals, you will make a lot of money. That's not what I'm saying. But you will not want to put all that income on your taxes, because if you put all that income on your taxes, the amount of taxes you will have to pay is ridiculous. So majority of people that have rental companies, their AGI is low. AGI is adjusted gross income. So me, for example, the only reason I paid taxes on my car rental company was because I wanted to buy a house. The first time I filed taxes, I reported nothing. Why? Because a lot of expenses come with doing car rentals too. And this is how the rich stay rich, writing off taxes when they make, a ton of money. But if you're having all that debt under your name, you're going to want to make sure that your income is way surpassed that. So this is why you do not want to put all them cars under your personal name. It makes things completely hard. And another reason is when it comes to financing all those cars under your name, you have to take into consideration interest that you're paying. And not only are you paying interest, but now you have a revolving debt every month that you have to pay. One thing I learned about car rentals is you want your revolving expenses to be as minimal as possible. And those car notes do not help. Now, a lot of you thinking like, how else am I supposed to get the car? You feel me? I don't got $300,000 to go buy cars cash, which is the first option. This is two options I'm giving you guys. First option is buying the cars cash. I know this is unorthodox for a few, but I'm going to give you two ways you can buy the cars cash. You can either one, go straight to the lot and buy it cash. Now, obviously, this is for people that have that type of income to the side. The second option is buying cars off the auction. Clear title cars. You cannot do salvage cars. You cannot rent out salvage cars and do a rebuild the title. No, it has to be a clean title car. So you save a lot of money buying cars off the auction. Even though it's not brand new, you save a lot of money. You still, whatever, if you're trying to do economy cars or if you're trying to do luxury cars, whatever it is, best believe you will save, because this is where the dealers get their cars themselves. Now, you still need a good amount of cash to do that, because not only will you have to buy a car, but you will also have to either pay to transport it if you're not buying in your local area, or you will also have to repair the car. You will have to pay for the repair costs that's going to take to fix the car. Now, if you don't have them type of cash is available, here is the second option: funding. Yes. So all in all, you want to buy the cars cash, whether it's your own money, the bank's money, or the other people's money. It doesn't matter. You want to have them cars paid off. One thing I'm going to tell you guys is the car rental business is a rich man's sport. It's not for the likes of just regular people, because a lot of people, when they get into car rentals, they expect to automatically make a ton of money, and it doesn't work like that. The whole purpose of car rentals is to bring in passive income, right? And then as you bring in that passive income, it's chipping down the original debt, the original expense that you spent, and then maybe a year later you finally break profit, and then everything else you make after that is profit. So car rental, the reason it's a rich man's game is because it's a waiting game. You're not making immediate profit. You understand that you're putting money into something that's going to bring into fruition later down the line. And a lot of people, when they see that car rental companies are bringing in $80,000, $200,000, $300,000 a month, they're like, oh yeah, I want to get into car rentals. It's not that simple, guys. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. Now, funding. How will you get the funding to start your car rental company? Number one, you can either do the funding by getting your credit profile in Alliance to get approved for the funding. I'm going to put the link in the description box to a video that I made on how to achieve funding. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. It costs money to do the funding process. It costs money. You're going to have to pay for trade lines. You're going to have to pay for loan installments. It's a whole bunch of stuff you're going to have to add to your credit. So when you go apply for these cards and these personal loans, you'll get approved for it. Now, the second way to do the funding is through a company that funds car rental companies. Now, I forgot the name. I think it was called Next Gear Capital. I don't think they do car rental funding anymore, but I think they do still do floor plan financing for car dealerships. Personally, I don't know. You're going to have to do your own research. I'm sorry, I don't got that information for you. You're going to have to do your own research to find out which company is funding car rental companies. A lot of them stopped doing it, but I'm pretty sure someone is out there doing it. All right. Now, there was one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about in the lines of funding. Oh, yes. If you're doing funding with the use of credit cards, I don't think I should give you guys this information, because this I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you because I ain't like that. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm only gonna give it to you though if you like and subscribe to this video. Do something for me, I do something for you. Like and subscribe and leave a comment. Just leave me a fire emoji. Leave me a fire emoji if you appreciated this information that I just gave you and I'm about to give you. All right, back to business. Credit cards. You know you cannot walk in the dealership and just pull money and just swipe your credit card. But if you're able to do funding, and part of the funding process, you get to open up a ton of credit cards. You want to use the credit cards to buy cars. First and foremost, you have to understand that credit cards come with a high interest rate. So you need to know that when you get the business up and running, the first thing you do is paying off them cards. I mean, I don't even want you to buy a piece of gum. You need to pay off those cards immediately, because obviously when it comes to credit cards, they have the minimum payments, and the purpose of minimum payments is so you can pay the smallest amount possible, and so they can continue to charge you a whole bunch of interest. So if you're going to do this using credit cards, you have to pay them ASAP. Okay, all the money that you make goes straight towards expenses. You don't cuff nothing. Next, this is how you take the money off of the credit cards. Number one, some credit cards have something called a balance transfer, and some banks give you the ability to transfer the money from your credit cards directly into your checkings account. For example, Navy. When it comes to Navy, I know their flagship rewards card typically gives you a very high limit if you have a good credit score. You can literally take the money. You can transfer the money from your credit card directly into your checkings account from any credit card that you have with Navy. And it's the same way with some of the other banks. Now, if you have a bank account that's not directly connected to your credit card and you can't transfer the money, this is how you take the money off. All right, this is how you take the money off. Step number one, you can either go to someone that have a merchant system, right? So if you have someone that has their own business, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to pay that person unless they do a ton of money and they know how to avoid taxes themselves. But if they don't, if they're a regular small business that pays their taxes quarterly or annually, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to pay that person, because the money that they're going to take in from your card, they will have to pay taxes on it. So you go to them and you say, hey, I got $20,000 that I'm trying to take off this card. You swipe the card through their merchant system, whether it's Square, Stripe, Clover, whatever it is. You swipe it through their merchant system, and then the money goes directly to their bank account, and they give you your money. Obviously, like I said, you're gonna have to pay them something for doing it, because they're gonna have to pay taxes on the money that they got in, that they took in for you. Another way you can do it, if you don't want to go the merchant system route, is through gift cards. You know, this is not scamming, because this card is under your name. If you're using other people's money, taking other people's cards, then it becomes scam. But take your own credit card. You can go get gift cards. Once you get the gift cards, you can go to a Publix, a post office, or Winn-Dixie, and do a money order with those gift cards. This is a very long route, but this is how you take the money off of the credit cards. And then once you're able to convert it into cash, then you could go buy those cards cash. But remember, like I said, at the end of the day, it's still coming off the credit cards. So you want to make sure the second the business is up and running and money is coming in from them cards, you pay down them cards ASAP. That's really about it. That's the best way. I don't want you guys financing cars under your name. Like I said, it's gonna be a problem for you later down the line. So that's literally the best way to get cars when it comes to starting a car rental business. Thank you guys for checking it out. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on next time. Peace.